Okay guys, this is the second video of the series. In the first video I saw that my mic is shit. It's a cheap mic, so yeah, you have to listen to this mic for now. Let's start. It says you learned about a SOC analyst role in the junior security analyst intro room, but where is it placed in a company structure? Who is overseeing your team? What other security departments exist? Which skills do you need to advance through your career ladder? Let's find out. Learning objectives. Understand the concept and purpose of the blue team. Explore a place of the SOC within the company structure. Find out about your career path as SOC L1 analyst. And the prerequisites are here. You don't need those because this is really easy. Okay, so this is the pyramid of the hierarchy here. Cybersecurity priorities are different for every company. For law firms, the goal is the privacy of the legal documents. For factories, the availability of production lines. For hospitals, patient safety. That's why every company has a unique security approach and security team structure. Let's take a look at the high-level example of it. Looking at the diagram above, top executives like the CEO usually focus on global business objectives and don't manage technical aspects. That's why they hire a Chief Information Security Officer, also known as CISO, or a similar role who knows the business needs and can create the most suitable security departments. In tiny companies, the IT department takes the role of securing the company. Small to medium-sized companies may have a generic information security team that does all sorts of tasks. For this room, we will focus on bigger companies with a CISO overseeing multiple security teams, each handling a specific task. For example, the red teamers do offensive security. The red teamers are offensive security experts, pen testers, or ethical hackers who look for security issues. GRC team, specialists managing policies and ensuring compliance with regulations like PCI DSS. Blue team, defensive security experts like SOC analysts, engineers, or incident responders. Which senior role typically makes key cybersecurity decisions? CISO. What is the common name for roles like SOC analysts and engineers? Blue team. Okay. Blue team is about defensive security, meaning it constantly monitors for attacks and tries to respond to them quickly. Depending on a company's size and sector, blue team can include a lot of different roles and sub-departments, usually counting 30 to 50 members total. Now let's explore the most common blue team departments. So we have it here. The L1 analysts, junior members who triage alerts and pass complex cases to L2. The L2 analysts, experienced members who investigate more advanced tasks. Engineers, experts in configuring security tools like EDR or CM. Manager, a person who manages the whole SOC team. Okay. If SOC expertise is not enough or the incident goes out of control, you urgently call the firefighters. The CERT, also called CSERT or CERT, the members should have a broad knowledge of cyber threats and handle breaches without depending on tools like EDR or CM. A CERT job is stressful and responsible but also rewarding. Here are a few CERT examples. JP CERT, Japan CERT handling nationwide breaches. Mandiant, a private team responding to global cyber incidents. AWS CERT, investigates security incidents of AWS customers. Okay, so here are the defensive roles and offensive also. Large companies, technology-focused startups and government agencies often require narrow and specialized blue team roles. exciting and highly valuable, but requiring deep topic knowledge and broad experience in broader fields like SOC or IT. These narrow roles can include digital forensic analysts, which uncovers hidden threats in disk and memory, threat intelligence analyst, which gathers data about emerging threat groups, AppSec engineer maintains a secure software development lifecycle, AI researcher studies AI threats and how to defend against them. Does the blue team focus on defensive or offensive security? It focuses on defensive, as we know. Which department handles active or urgent cyber incidents? We saw here the CERT. Yeah, okay. It's the CERT. Good. SOC path. Starting as a SOC L1 analyst may be a great option to broaden your cyber world awareness and better understand the more specialized roles. Moreover, even the entry-level SOC L1 role can be fun and engaging. You will deal with real attacks, protect the company from advanced threat groups, and learn a lot during the process. Let's see how you can start. I don't know what is happening, guys. It really steps on my nerve. I mean, it should not happen. Yeah. Okay. Number 1. Gain core SOC skills and practice them. Related skills like red teaming or general IT would help too. Be proactive, try yourself in CTS, stay in the loop of cyber news, and consider SAL1 certification. That is the TryHackMe certification for security analysts. Prepare for an interview, learn the difference between an internal SOC and MSSP, and apply for a job. After working for some time in a junior position, consider preparing and advancing to more senior roles. Not every organization has the expertise to operate a SOC on its own and relies on a managed security services provider, MSSP. A company that delivers outsourced security services, most commonly SOC, to its clients. Working at MSSP is typically high pressure, but it is also a good option to quick start your career. While we recommend applying for any open SOC position as your first job, it's also important to understand the differences. And here are the differences between the internal and the MSSP. You can stop the video to read this. So, the next step. Your most natural next step after L1 is to become a SOC L2 analyst, but you are free to choose another path. While handling a CM alert, you might notice that engineering work appeals to you more. During a cyber attack, you may be fascinated by CERT actions. You may also find yourself well suited as a manager and build your path to the CISO role. No matter what, your first year or two is to get real work experience and to spend this time effectively. Follow the tips below. So, learn from every alert, think like an attacker, verify everything, and get involved in incidents. Don't skip them. How would you call a cybersecurity company providing SOC services? That is the MSSP. Which role naturally continues your SOC L1 analyst journey? That is the SOC L2 analyst here. Okay, so we have a challenge now. And it says, for this task, imagine yourself as a CISO of TrySecureMe, a big multinational company. You oversee multiple departments and deal with incidents every month. This time as many as 7 incidents are happening at the same time, and you have to choose the right people to deal with every one of them. Do you know security rules well enough to complete this challenge? Okay, so we open the site, and Nick is the GRC auditor, which goes here to the servers. Alice is threat researcher, so she goes to the FinThreat group, actively targets a company who can analyze their attacks. Lucas is SOCIAL 1 analyst. He goes to create an alert. No. He goes to see the alert and analyze it. The CERT lead goes to the office in France. Ben, the penetration tester, goes here. Eugen, the SOC engineer, goes here. The SOCIAL 2 analyst goes there. Okay, so that's it for this room also. I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.